Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I never had anything positive or negative about this guy, Elon Musk, but it seems like in the past, I don't know, few months, or at least since he took over Twitter, he really got himself in of the big guys, and I don't know what's going to happen. Because he is playing with something very dangerous. He's got the money, but still he can be arrested with a warrant signed by 50 judges if necessary, and he's going to be taken to a place where he's never going to come back. But hey, I admire his courage though, and he's not an idiot, that's for sure. What do we have here? We have Elon Musk coming out. If you remember, maybe you don't know, he was subpoenaed to show up in court for something about Epstein. Jeffrey, remember that the guy who killed himself in a high security, cell? Well, let me tell you only this. I think I said it before. I have the experience being involved not as a prisoner or, I don't know if it's familiar anymore. It's familiar. It's politically correct to call them prisoners or, I don't know, convicts. Anyway, but I've had the experience to be engaged in this kind of activity and with some residents. And those guys were a much lower security level, and it was almost impossible for those guys to do what this guy did under those circumstances, which I'm talking about Epstein. But anyway, I have my personal doubts that really that guy could have pulled out something like that. But hey, that's my direct experience. I would like to point that out. As I said, not as a resident. Now, what Musk said, what he's been doing lately, I think triggered the big forces to get him, and they will get him. I hope that in the meantime he's gonna, get the ball rolling for us, and it's been rolling, but at least give it a little bit more momentum, and let's see what happened. He is going to tell us who he would prefer as a US president, and what kind of character that person should have, and he gives a little bad assessment of the last elections, because he's going to say something that, again, he will be very much attacked by the truth keepers, or the gatekeepers of the truth. So let's see what happened here. We have here Russia Today, obviously. It is from 17th of May 2023. Musk reveals who he'd prefer to see as US president. Whoever reaches the White House needs to be a, I'm quoting, good CEO of America, the tech billionaire said. So Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, Tesla, and Twitter, has said he would like to see, and I'm quoting, brace yourselves, a normal human being with good managerial skills elected as the next US president. Normal human beings. During an interview with MSNBC on Tuesday, the billionaire was asked if he regretted voting for the incumbent Joe Biden at the 2020 election. And I'm quoting, "I wish we could just have a normal human being as president." That automatically tells us he doesn't think Biden is a normal human being. "That's what I want," he responded. And I'm quoting again. "You know that old saying of and I'm quoting, we're better off being run by people picked at random from a phone book than the faculty of Harvard. I don't know who said that, but it was someone very wise," end quote, he added. The quote in question is actually attributed to American conservative writer and political commentator William Frank Buckley Jr. and originates from the early 1960s. Speaking about the qualities required for a person in the Oval Office, Musk said that, and I'm quoting, "It actually matters if he's a good executive officer. It's not simply a matter of do they share your beliefs, but are they good at getting things done? There's a lot of decisions that need to be made every day. Many of them are unrelated to moral beliefs," end quote. And I'm quoting again, "You just want a good executive because there's the CEO of America. We want a good CEO of America, don't we?" End quote, he said. Like you? The tech entrepreneur was also grilled about his previous claim that the 2020 presidential election had not been entirely fair. And I'm quoting Mr. Musk. This is what Musk said. I'm quoting. "I don't think it was a stolen election." End quote. Musk clarified. However, he added that if, and I'm quoting Musk, "someone is going to say that there was never any election fraud anywhere, this is obviously also false," he says. And I'm quoting again Musk. "If 100 million people vote, the probability that fraud is zero is zero." End quote. And I'm quoting again Mr. Musk. "There was some small amount of fraud, but there was not enough to change the outcome." End quote. He said, Musk said, adding that this fact should be acknowledged. This is according to Musk. "Those who keep insisting that the election was rigged, like Biden's rival Donald Trump, will be corrected if they share those beliefs on Twitter," Musk insisted. Trump, who had more than 88.9 million followers, were banned by Twitter after the US Capitol pop-up 6th of January 2021. Following his purchase of the social media platform last year, Musk allowed Trump to return, but the former president now prefers to stick to his own Truth social platform. Well, so he wants a normal human being who can manage things, and it's not always about the moral beliefs. Well, it's true, and I agree with him. You don't have to. You're not here a chief priest in charge. You're a chief priest plus a managerial abilities, but it's much more to that than just that, Mr. Musk. But he knows, but he can't say it. He can't, because if he's gonna say whatever, he just gives us little things, and it's good enough, because there are many others like him, intelligent and with money and position and influence, and they keep their mouths shut. Sometimes they give you a hint here and there, but very mild, and they're afraid. I have another article ready coming from Musk. He made some very interesting statements towards a certain individual that is taboo to talk about in any other terms than worshipping that person, and that's a Hungarian-born individual, and he's touching really the nerve of how should I put it, the central office of these guys, and I'm pretty sure I gave you enough hints to figure out who he talked about. Again, he's sticking his neck out longer and more, and these guys are going to drop him. Right now, they still, let him come to MSNBC, ask him questions. They don't attack him like they attack, Ahmadinejad or Lavrov or bad people, you know what I mean? They're still civil. But little by little, once he's going to stick his neck out more and more, he's going to start being called more and more. He was already called, but you're going to see that more. He's going to be pushed forward, including the subpoena thing. There's so many other people that could be subpoenaed for the Epstein, whatever. It's in connection with JP Morgan. So, because JP Morgan did something with Epstein, he was subpoenaed Elon Musk to come forward and testify. Well, I think it's just to get him used to showing up in court, not as an defendant, but something else. We'll find out, or whatever he is. So, thank you very much for being with me again today. He's pushing it. He's pushing his luck, and you're gonna see. The more he's gonna come out saying things, the more these guys are going to take care of him. I guarantee you, Twitter is going to little by little be phased out. Let's put it this way. And until I don't even know, because he's gonna need his own power plants to get electricity. This is how far these guys are gonna push it. He's gonna need to have everything on his own, and eventually you need an army, because you can have let's say power plants that get you electricity. You can have, the towers to communicate. You need the fiber optic. You need whatever you need. All these things to be yours, so you don't ask other companies. Remember Parler? If you remember the Parler issue, you remember that Parler was done in less than 24 hours. Done. Nobody could hear about Parler in 24 hours. Well, and even if Parler would have had everything I told you right now, the towers, the connections, the blah, 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 they would show up with a little warrant signed with people with things here and say, follow us, please. And what are you going to do? You're going to follow them. And then it goes. Thank you very much for being with me again today. They will give him a lot of water that even if he's not going to be thirsty, he's going to get it. You know what I mean, right? Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.